ladies and gents, welcome to tonight's call. I am super pumped to be on here. It is 2 p.m. for me out here in Australia and pretty overcast, chilly afternoon, but hey, we're here, we're working from home, we're making this money. So guys, welcome. My name is SJ Plumpton. I am 30 years old. I am from Melbourne in Australia. A little bit of background about me. I got involved with this platform back in March 2016. Okay, so I've been an OG out here. I was one of the first of 5 to bring this out to my country, so I'm very blessed about that. Very fortunate to be on this ground for opportunity. So if this is the first time that you are hearing about this, I'm going to encourage you guys to keep a really open mind, okay? It's certainly not new. It's been around for, hundreds and hundreds of years, but it may be new to you, okay? It may be challenging a lot of your belief systems, and that's all right, because if we don't do something different in our life, especially right now, nothing's ever going to change for us, okay? So the purpose of tonight's call, we are here to learn about Forex, all right? So the foreign exchange market, FX for short, it's a global marketplace for exchanging national currencies against one another, all right? And because of the worldwide, reach of trade, commerce, and finance, the Forex market is the largest and the most liquid, asset market in the world, all right? So it turns over 5 trillion per day. It's actually around 200% larger than the New York Stock Exchange, which I'm, sure you know all about that. So what we do is we're trading currencies against currencies, and we're profiting from the exchange rate. So example, they're traded in pairs. So think of like the EUR and the USD, so the euro and the US dollar. All right, so what is the Forex market? To sum it up, I'm going to give some really weird analogies, but hey, it worked. It worked for me when I first figured it out what it was. So the foreign exchange market is where currencies are traded, okay? So currencies are important to literally every single person around the world. It's literally the industry that makes the world go round, okay? Okay, so say I am, I'm living here in Australia and I want to buy some oranges from California when our orange season is over, okay? So either me or the company that I'm buying from, I have to buy the oranges, right? So then I therefore have to pay for them. I have to pay the US for the oranges in US dollars. So this means that the Aussie importer would have to exchange the equivalent value of AUD into USD, okay? The same goes for traveling. I can't come to the US and go to Disneyland and pay with Aussie dollars, right? I have to exchange my AUD for USD. So now we as traders, we do that online, okay? And we're just profiting from the exchange rates. So the market is open 24 hours a day, 5.5 days a week, and currencies are traded worldwide in the 4 major time zones. Okay, so we've got London, New York, Tokyo, and Sydney. All right, so given the times at the moment, I'm sure that you have all been affected by what's going on, okay, what's going on in the world right now. Many people have lost their jobs. I'm 30. I have been through now 2 severe economic downturns in my country. The first one I went through, it was like 2008. Significantly younger, but my parents are very successful business people and they're in mining, okay? So my parents taught me then the value of business and the value of doing it online because that's how they survived, okay? So learning this skill set is what's made my situation right now even more comfortable, okay? It's allowed me to be okay during this really turbulent time. Right, and in this industry of Forex trading, we're making money in the rise and the fall of currency, making this one of the only recession-proof skill sets out there. Okay, so just something to think about. All right, if that's not, God, Siri wants to talk to me every time I do calls. Abby will find that funny. If that is not a big driving factor for you to learn something like this, I don't know what is. Okay, because I can tell you now, this is going to happen again. All right, there will be another downturn in the economy. There will be another worldwide catastrophe, okay? And I don't say that to scare you, okay? I say that to bring awareness, because if you're not okay right now, what the heck are you gonna do to make sure that you are okay for the next one, all right? So I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that for something to think about, and I'd really love you guys to think about that seriously. Okay, so since my time with this platform, a little bit about my journey prior to, I suppose. There was a company out here called Face to Face, and it was actually a company that Jordan Belfort had out here. I was a business developer for him. I should have listened to the movie Wolf of Wall Street because none of us BDs got paid. So I had to walk away from about $300,000 worth of commissions. I had every disconnection notice on my house. Like I literally watched my power get turned off. My priority was feeding my dogs, basically. That then put me in a corner where I was forced back into the job force. But I'm sure if you guys are on here, you're also very aware that, you know, you're not really going to live a life that you ultimately want working for someone else. Okay. So trading for me, you know, I was first exposed to it working with him. However, because it was stocks, I didn't have the capital for it. Okay. I did not have the capital. You know, the entry level was like $3,000. Guys, I had no money. Okay. So I got a job. My friend Matt hit me up. I moved to Brisbane, which was like, you know, 12,000 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles, away. It's like a 12-hour drive, long way. And he hit me up and he's like, SJ, are you still trading? And I said, no. Gave him all the reasons why. Because, you know, I was trying to learn from books. I was trying to learn from every guru on the internet. And trust me, it is so hard to learn this skill set online, you know, via books, because every single person is a financial guru out there. And it's really hard to know who to take advice from, especially financially. Okay. So I then got started March 2016. In September of 2016, well, first off, I went live with about $250. I grew that in that period of time, whereas making about $1,000 a week. And that to me was comfortable enough for me to quit my job. I then grew that account, you know, I compounded it over about 16 months, and I grew that to $187,000. All right. So I don't, you know, pass, you know, my results doesn't mean you're going to make that disclaimer right there. But me working in retail, that would not have been possible. Okay. So from there, I bought the land that I built my house on. My mom got really sick. She's had like various types of cancers over the years. And this is the one thing that allowed me to make full-time income from home caring for her. Okay. I was at the hospital 13 hours a day, and then in the rehab clinic teaching her how to walk again. Okay. I couldn't have a job. Okay. And even if I did have a job, I wouldn't be able to keep it because my mum was my priority. So I owe a lot to this market, to this industry, to this company, to this platform. All right. I've traveled extensively around the world. I usually get to the States roughly once a year. Haven't been in the last 2, which has been a bit sad. Europe a lot as well. You know, my dream for me now is to convert a bus and take this to the road and just become that little traveling trader. It's paid for my wedding. It's done a lot in the 5 years that I've been doing this. Okay. There's no way that I would have been able to do any of this, of what I have done, working retail. All right. So that's a bit of my background with it. Right. I owe a lot to this platform. I'm very passionate about it. So I love to share it. So I love to help Abby out. Abby is, you know, an absolutely stellar human. You know, I met, you know, obviously she's on the call with me tonight. I haven't actually physically met her, but we connected online through a friend. And I've known this girl for quite a few years now. Like I said, never actually met in person. But the reason we connected so well is because we share a really similar vision. Okay. And that vision is to master the art of trading, to build a business online. All right. All with the similar goals of financial freedom and time freedom. Okay. Abby, over in the States, she has built an incredible organization of loyal people, extremely loyal. Like she's so blessed, over the last couple of years by showing people this platform and teaching them the basics and really plugging them in and showing them how to utilize this platform to master the skill set. Okay, to duplicate her results, to duplicate the company's results, right? All of her people are eating, all right? If I could join this company one time over, it would be with Abby because of the support that she gives people, because of the passion and the compassion that she shows other people, right? So like I said, we've got no direct affiliation with each other within this company. We're just two girls with a common interest of trading and business. And we want to help you guys do the same. Okay. Abby, are you there? I would love to introduce you to everyone and for you to take the call away and share this platform. I think I have to.
Yeah. I am here if you want to just make me a host.
I would love to. Right. There you go, girl.
All right. Awesome, guys. Real quick, just want to give it back to SJ. Guys, I'm super excited to be on this call. SJ, like she talked about, she went over what, you know, Forex is, how it works. And I just want to give praise back to her, guys. She has been in my corner for the last, going on 2.5, 3+ years. since we virtually met. She's been somebody that's consistently poured into me, empowered me, not just, with this skill set and her knowledge base, but empowered me mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And I'm super, super excited to have this relationship with her. Like she said, there's no direct affiliation between us, just two common interest individuals who have a set goal to go out and impact people, learn this skill set, and really grow together. So I appreciate you, girl, jumping on this call, sharing your story, pouring into everybody. I'm really, really excited to give you guys some information tonight that's going to, over the next 15 minutes or so, that's really going to empower you to make a decision that's going to help change your situation. Write some things down tonight, guys. Have a pen and paper ready to go, because some of this information may make you go, or may shift the way that you think about things, because a lot of this stuff in the beginning, guys, for me and my journey, I didn't know what any of this was. So take some notes, write down some questions, and the biggest thing, have an open mind. That way you're able to actually receive the information and receive the value that I'm going to talk about over the next 15 minutes or so. So like SJ said, my name's Abigail Poston. Y'all can just refer to me as Abby. I'm out here in the United States in Arizona. A little bit about me so you guys can get a basic understanding of the journey and appreciate, what this really is and what this can really do for you. But for me, guys, I'm originally from Maryland, Washington, D.C. area. And about 6 days after I graduated from high school, I moved out to Arizona to pursue an education at Arizona State University. And for me, guys, maybe a lot of you can relate to this, but I was always taught, to go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and work that job for the next, 40, 50 plus years of my life. And that's all I knew. That was the only way for me what success look like. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that, because that's what society teaches us. And guys, I'm not on here to, diss on jobs or down on jobs. I had a job for the longest time. And I'm just so grateful that I was open-minded enough to see the information, to learn a skill set, not only on how money works, but how to get money to work for me, because they don't really teach that in school. And so for me to go through, 4-year education at ASU, Arizona State, and to graduate at 22 years old, naive as heck, broke as a joke, and I had, barely any savings to my name, and I was in over $100,000 student loan debt. I mean, you can imagine, I was in so much fear. I was paralyzed by, my future and the decisions that I was going to have to make. And all I could focus on was the fact that I had student loan payments coming up. Every single month it was going to be like $500, and then progressively every single year increase. And to me, that was so daunting. And I was just so struck by that. So you guys can imagine, no financial planning at all whatsoever. So in that position, a few months after I graduated, I was introduced to the foreign exchange market. I was introduced to trading. And at that time, guys, I was broke. I was stubborn and I was skeptical. But the one thing I had, guys, I was open-minded. And I'm just grateful that I was open-minded, because when you have a closed mind, you can't receive anything. You can't pick up on, what's actually in front of you and how that could actually serve and benefit you. So I want to challenge all of you guys to have an open mind, because this information, learning this skill set for me, not just empowered me to, pay for my monthly student loan payments. That was a short-term vision. I was like, okay, how am I going to be able to support myself short-term? And then I saw this and I was like, wow, I see the long-term vision. I see how this could not just wipe out my student loan debt completely, which I'm grateful for, okay, but what this could do for me on a long-term level by creating not just financial independence, because we all crave independence, but create a sense of financial freedom, time freedom, and eventually generational freedom, where I'm not just concerned with myself and my future, but I'm focused on the people around me. I'm focused on my future family and being able to pass this wealth, this income, this skill set onto them. So I'm just giving you guys some ideas of vision for yourself, because at the end of the day, this is what we crave. We've got one life to live. Make the most of it. Trading doesn't have to be your end all be all, but I'm going to tell you guys, this is a skill set, like SJ talked about. No matter what economy we're in, you are still able to create your own economy. You're still able to thrive no matter what, okay? Because we can profit no matter the market's going up or down. We base our profit based on the fluctuation in the exchange rate. So guys, I'm going to talk to you about the power of education. She broke down, the basics of what Forex is, and really this $6.6 trillion per day market, how it works. But I want to show you how to actually get educated, because the number one questions I get is, Abby, how do you know when to get into a trade? Isn't that risky? How do you know when to get out? How do you know when to actually get out of a trade? Well, the biggest thing with all of this is you want to make sure you have the right information. You want to make sure that you're learning from the right people. That way you actually have the ability to have confidence when you get into the market. So you're not just guessing. You have a strategy in play, and you're implementing that every single time you get into the markets. Because guys, at this point in my life, 3.5 years later, when I said yes and I made that decision, I'm at a point right now where I have my strategy down. I don't even think about it. I have my proper risk management, set in stone. I know what I'm doing. And there's so many things going on in the world. I'm just so grateful for the ongoing education, because I don't want to just learn this skill set. I want to master it. So this company is called I Am Mastery Academy. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I'm going to give you some backstory on how this actually works. So you guys understand how it can benefit you, how it will work for you, and how to actually get access if you guys see how this can benefit you. So number one, make sure you guys are taking notes through this, okay? Number one, I'm going to show you as if we're going to walk through your own back office as if you had access to this right now today, okay? So if you got started, this is what your platform would look like. You'd have an entire back office with information. I'm going to break down the main pieces so you get a basic understanding of what this is. But number one is the academy, okay? This is broken up into 3 different steps. Number one is the academy. So step one, I'm going to come right here. I'm going to click on the academies, and I'm going to get to this screen. Now, this screen, if I scroll down, we have a multitude of different academies to choose from. On this call, I'm going to talk to you about the Foreign Exchange Academy. So if I click right here for English and I scroll down, I'm going to have 4 different series: 100, 200, 300, and 400. Basically, these different series, it's going to walk you through basics, intermediate, all the way to advanced. And I want you guys to keep in mind and remember, I was in a position where I studied biology and genetics in university. I did not know what the foreign exchange market was. I had no prior knowledge, no prior experience when I came into this. So don't feel like you have to know what's going on before you get started, because this is what the platform is for. It's designed for the newest average person to be able to come in and learn a skill set from the ground up. So I'm going to walk you through, and I'm going to give you a quick example so you guys can visually see what this is and like how it works. So these are videos. They're anywhere between 3 to 5 to 10 minutes long max. So super simple, super digestible. And what's cool is this entire thing is gamified, meaning as you go through each video, there's going to be different quizzes and tests that you can actually take to make sure that you're comprehending the information. So, what is Forex, history of Forex, what's traded, market participants, when to trade, buying versus selling. This is in chronological order, and think of the academy as your area to build a solid foundation for yourself, okay, on what this market is, the vocab, the terminology. Learning how to trade is almost like learning a new language, but in the sense of we're actually learning how money works, which is really, really awesome. So you're going to go through this, you're going to build your solid foundation, you're going to get an awareness of this market and how it works. And you can take some quizzes as you go along to make sure you're actually comprehending and understanding this information. So that's the 100 series, 200, 300, 400, so on and so forth. So whether you're coming into this brand new, just like me, having no idea what you're doing, or maybe you've been dabbling in trading or, investing with cryptocurrencies or whatever it may be, you can start and plug in the 100, 200 series and move through this. And then you can jump on step 2. So I'm going to talk about step 2 right now. Step 2 is go live. Guys, this for me, when I first got started, once I went through the academy, once I got onto Go Live, this is when things started to click. Like I just started to move the ball forward with not only my belief, but my confidence. I started to really understand what I was actually doing. And the reason was because I was able to watch live educators in real time with the markets live and be able to see them tell us, about their strategy. They basically were telling us, how to mark up a chart, what their insight was, what was their outlook on the markets for today, for the week. And they were telling us how to enter a trade, when to enter a trade, what looks good in the market, and basically giving us a strategy that works best for us and our lifestyle. So right now there's about 1,000 hours of live education every single month. And you're able to choose, guys, like right here, there's about 15 different languages to choose from, which is crazy. Like this company is global. This movement is all over the world. Right now, I think we just surpassed over 150,000 members all over the entire world. And guys, I didn't even mention this, but the whole vision of this company, like the founders of this, they're world-renowned traders. Like they were working on Wall Street for like 30 years. And were trading successfully. And they got to a point, in 2012, 2013, when they came together, husband and wife duo, Mr. Christopher Terry, Isis De La Torre, they came together and, they were at a point where they were making fortunes and they wanted to build legacy. They wanted to give power back to the people, teach people how to fish so they can feed themselves for a lifetime. And they created this platform based off of their trading experience. And now we have a platform that's entirely global. We're giving power back to the people, teaching them a skill set that's allowing them to take their smartphone, iPhone, Android, computer, tablet, whatever it may be, and trade and learn this skill set online from home, no matter where you are in the world. Insane. So right here, say I choose English, okay? I'm going to go down here. These are just the top 5 featured sessions. This is constantly updating because people are constantly watching their sessions. So you can check these guys out. I'm going to show you where to go first, though, because I think this is critical. Once you go through the academy, you want to check out the Forex basics, because what you're going to do here is you're basically going to be able to see educators take what you learned in the academy and apply it in real time. And you can ask questions. So I'll give you an example, okay? Mike Miles right here. You have an entire channel guide. You have, the setups throughout the week, what they're going to be teaching on, the time of day that they're on. And if it aligns with your schedule, you can watch them live. But here's the cool part. Mike is actually live right now. So I'm going to click on his page and you'll be able to see really quick. I'll give you a sneak peek. All right, well, he's going over charts, but y'all get my point. So he's going over charts right now. And right here, there's an entire chat box. So you can ask questions. You can get trade ideas that he sends out. It's a total communication hub for you guys throughout his live sessions. But let's say, right now we're on this call. I can't watch his session. SJ can't watch his session. So what we can do is these sessions are recorded. So as soon as it ends, it uploads right away. So we can come down here and watch the previous episodes, and I can go down here and load more and load more. There's an entire library, an entire file of videos that just keeps going. And a lot of the educators, what they'll do is they'll favorite their sessions right here. So you can go in and see some of their top recorded sessions that they recommend based on their strategy. So all he's doing, guys, tonight is he's going over his strategy. He's going over different trading points and setups and ideas in the market. And he's giving you those entries. He's giving you when to get in, when to get out, as well as proper risk management. He's giving you the educational reasoning behind why he's doing what he's doing, okay? Actually learning this skill set for yourself so you can become independent, so you can get to that point where you're achieving your goals financially. So this is Go Live, guys. There's an entire list of educators that you can choose from. That was just the basics list. I can go right here and show you the Forex Advanced. I was watching 2 educators earlier today, Zach and Jordan. Oh my God, you guys might have seen what happened with oil. Oil is at a penny today, guys, a penny. I don't trade oil. I recently invested into it, but this is the coolest part. I've been a part of the platform for 3.5 years. I am always learning something. And I think that's the coolest thing is like, especially in the markets and the economy that we live in right now, just thinking about, what the next 5, 10, 20 plus years look like, I can constantly stay ahead of what's going on in the world. What's going on with, the adopted and new currencies that are evolving. I can constantly stay ahead of the trend and put myself in a position of what's going on. These guys had a session earlier today, and they talked about in depth what's going on with crude oil and talked about different trade ideas and setups. Like, this is information that I never even knew about, and I've been here for 3.5 years. So there are so many ways to constantly educate yourself and stay aware and position yourself to take action. So this is by far my favorite part of this whole thing, because I can continue to educate myself. So guys, this is Go Live. I went a little detailed for you, but it's good information. So this is the last thing that I want to show you on this. And I'm going to show you step 3, the last step. But this guy right here, Bob Proctor, I got to mention him because whether you know who he is or not, write his name down and look him up on YouTube. Like, he is the godfather of personal development. I mean, if you haven't seen a video of his, you need to do that like immediately tonight. He recently partnered with the platform. So he does a master mentor series about every 3 weeks. He'll jump on here live and he'll do his own exclusive courses for the company, like for the members. Like, you just got to look up Bob Proctor if you don't know who he is. He's a genius. Okay. But I'm super grateful that we have him partnered with the platform. Really, really excited for what's to come with that. But the last thing I'm going to show you guys are the strategies. So I'm going to go right here, click on strategies. Okay. It's going to take me to this tab right here. This is step number 3, is we're going to choose our weapon. We're going to choose the strategy that we're going to be able to learn and then apply. But the coolest part about this is, depending on the academies that you want to learn from, I'll talk about that in just a second. I have access to everything, which is pretty amazing. But I can come right here and I could click on any of these, and it's going to give me a description of these tools, of these strategies that I can use. So for example, I'm going to click on the harmonics scanner and I'm going to show you what this tool actually is. But, I'm looking at this right now. It's going to give me the trading style. It's intraday and swing trading, meaning, when I get into the trade, either I could be in within that day, in and out within that day, or I could be in long term. Maybe you're the type of person where not only do you learn best this way, but you operate best this way, where you're in a trade for weeks or months on end. You just like holding trades long term. It just works best for you and your lifestyle. Maybe this might be for you, or, this tool right here, steady. Okay. Or maybe you want to get in and out of the market really quickly. We've got strategies that are aligned with you for that. Like, guys, I'll be honest, I'm only in the markets for a few hours every single week. Okay. Trading is not my life. It's not. I'm in and out of the markets and I move on and I carry on with my day. I've created this to be a part of my lifestyle the way that I want it. Now, maybe you're different. Maybe you're like, yo, Abby, I want to be on the charts all day long. Well, go ham, go for it. There's enough education and videos for you to do that. So I'm going to click on this. Okay. This is a tool. This is almost like what I like to call my personal assistant. And basically what this is doing is it's scanning the market for us. It's looking for certain patterns and certain algorithms within the market. Okay. And all it's doing is it's shooting out this pattern right here. This is what we call a shark pattern. I know, looking at this, all these red, blue lines, everything may look like a heartbeat monitor, but I promise you guys, I didn't know any of this before I got started. All you need to know, this is my assistant. It's telling me when to enter. Okay. It's giving me that entry point. And then it's giving me my TP 1, 2, and 3. All TP means, it's not toilet paper. I'm playing. It's take profit. So it's telling you when to take your profits. Okay. Level 1, level 2, level 3. And then up here, okay, let me scroll my screen out if I can show y'all. Okay. Right here, stop loss. This is what I was talking about. We're teaching you and giving you proper risk management. So you're only risking your account by a certain percentage, which will make you feel good. because I don't want to get into a trade if I don't know what I'm doing and I don't have any kind of risk management set up. So we're teaching you that, and we're giving you that information as well. So, I mean, right here, these are a ton of different brokers you can choose from to look at the different setups. And then all of these right here are different ideas that are being shot out, throughout the day. Okay. So this is one tool, just one tool of many. This is one that I use and reference anytime that I get into the markets, because, hey, if this is going to give me an additional 15 to 20% accuracy on my trades, why not use it? Right? So I'm still human, guys. I still let my emotions get the best of me sometimes. So leveraging this is only going to put me in a better position to increase my accuracy. So this is step 3. We went through the academy, an entire library of videos. We went through Go Live, where you're actually going to find and choose educators that you vibe with, that you like learning from. And you're going to learn your strategy on there. And then step 3, you're going to be able to choose from different tools and strategies that's going to help and aid you with your entire process of learning this skill set. So I want to set some ground rules, guys, because I'm going to get into how to actually get access to this. I get a lot of questions at the end of this call with people asking me, what are some of the expectations of, once I get started, like kind of laying out a game plan. Well, I'll tell you guys this. Once you get started, I know SJ has a very customized game plan for her squad. I do as well. So depending on your goals and how you want to take access and take advantage of the platform, we customize your game plan, your goals, and your schedule based on what you want to get out of this. Okay. I usually tell people to dedicate about an hour a day within their schedule minimum. I mean, you can dedicate more, go for it. But usually on a day-to-day basis, dedicating about an hour a day to this, and give yourself that long-term vision. Like I talked about at the beginning, ask yourself these 2 questions. That's what I asked myself. I said, do I see the value of this information that's in front of me? And number 2, do I see the vision of where this can take me by learning this skill set? Having the ability to create financial independence and then financial freedom and so on and so forth. So I'm going to stop sharing this, and then I'm going to share the last part is how to actually get access. So you guys can see this, and we're going to wrap this thing up. So how to get started. Okay, this is the biggest question I usually get. People are excited, they're fired up, but they want to know how to actually get started, how this is going to be able to work for them. So guys, there's 4 different ways that you can get started. We've got three main packs, okay? The FRX Academy, HFX Academy, and DCX Academy. I didn't really touch on the HFX or DCX, but I'll just briefly tell you, HFX is a sector of binary options. It's basically just high frequency Forex, okay? Again, if this might be an academy for you, if maybe you're that type of person that, wants to get in and out of trades really, really quickly. You're just a very fast-paced person when it comes to your trading. So maybe this one's for you, okay? Or DCX. DCX is just digital currency. So things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Stellar. If you want to learn all about cryptocurrencies step by step, all of that entire market, how Starbucks, accepts Bitcoin, how Chase and Facebook are literally creating their own cryptocurrencies, how that market works in the future of that, maybe this academy is for you. But I'm gonna be honest, guys, I have personally the Elite Pack. I have the Elite Pack because I want access to everything. I'm that type of person where I'm constantly wanting to learn, wanting to grow and master this skill set because I know what it's going to be able to do for me. So for me personally, the Elite Pack makes the most sense, but maybe you want to get started and you just want to walk, okay? You want to get into this, you want to learn the foreign exchange market, all of the, the nuts and bolts within that. I would recommend starting there. Do the initial $234.95 to get started, and then the monthly membership of $174.95. And I'm going to give you guys an analogy for this, and I'm going to wrap this thing up officially. But I'm going to tell y'all, I went to school for 4 years to learn. And I learned, and I memorized, and I studied. And I stayed up super late at the library, 3-4 nights out of the week. Okay? And all I did was learn. I never had the ability to actually earn unless I went out and got a job. So that means I was in school while I was learning, right? All these things. And I was getting paid by the hour. I wasn't getting paid by my value. Okay. I did the math. I paid about 15 to 20 grand, $15,000 to $20,000 every single semester to go to Arizona State University out of state. Okay, I don't even use my degree anymore. I appreciate my journey, but guys, I'm just giving you some perspective. This is like $234.95 to get started and $174.95 a month. If you did this for an entire year, at most it'd be like $2,000-$2,500. That's it for education and learning a skill set that's going to pay you for the rest of your life. Teaching you how to fish so you can feed yourself forever. Yeah, I'm giving you that perspective because I'm going to tell you guys right now, you have the ability to get this monthly membership waived completely. Okay, and I'll show you how. 2 and free. This program we created is basically you have the ability to go out and share this with 2 people. Maybe there's somebody just like you looking for another way to learn a skill set. Or maybe, they're working a couple jobs right now and they're like, I'm sick of this. I don't have any time. Or maybe they're in a ton of student loan debt like me, or credit card debt, or, just so much debt with mortgage and, yada, yada, whatever. You can show them this skill set if you choose. It's completely optional. You don't have to. But if you choose to, you can get the membership monthly waived, free, just by sharing and bringing on 2 people. That's it, okay? If you choose to do that, you can. I think the crazy part about this is, if I went to my guidance counselor at ASU and I told him, hey, I've got 2 people that want to go to ASU, they're going to pay, $100,000 tuition, they would laugh in my face if I asked them that, can I get my tuition for free? Heck no, like that's not how it works. Well, we're in an age right now. I mean, I have the book right here, Robert Kiyosaki. He talks about on a recent lecture I watched, basically saying we're at the end of the industrial, age, and we're moving into the digital informational age. Well, this is information and this is digital. It's online. Like you're learning a skill set. You're empowering yourself. So, and everybody has a referral program like Uber. If you refer people, they're going to give you something for free, or they're going to give you a discount. I forget how their program works. But like even at my apartment, I refer a person to live here and I get like $250 off my rent. Okay, cool, whatever. So like you guys get my point. So I'm going to wrap this thing up. I really appreciate every single one of you guys that jumped on this call. Please get back to the person that invited you on here tonight with any of the questions that you had, with anything that you wrote down, and make sure you guys get those questions answered. And bottom line, guys, let them know if this is something that you want to get access to. This is something that you want to be a part of for yourself. So I appreciate every single person. And I hope to see you guys a part of our Trading Familia very soon. Peace out. Be safe.